guys? Welcome to Tasty Tuesdays, another full day of eating. You guys requested that I actually record it with my DSLR this time, not my cell phone. So here it is, a day of eating with my DSLR. It is a rest day. Yesterday was a leg day, so there's gonna be a little bit less calories than if I was actually working out today. Maybe like 100 or 200 calories less. I'm stopping off at the post office, as you can see in the background. I'm dropping off some of these BTW packages. Thank you guys all for supporting and ordering. And then I'm gonna go get my blood taken. So I actually haven't eaten yet. I'm just vampiring because you have to fast for 12 hours before you get your blood taken. And I'm getting my blood taken for Accutane because I have another that was weird, the camera turned off for a second there. Anyways, I have about a month left of Accutane, so I have to get my blood taken and can't eat anything, right? So right now I haven't eaten forever and I'm just so hungry. Hold on a second. Okay, I dropped out the packages. It was really hard to do with one hand. Anyways, so I'm heading to the hospital right now. I haven't eaten. I'm starving. I have an apple. That's pretty much it. So right after this blood test, I'm gonna eat an apple, which is like no calories. But then I'm gonna come home and make a little feast. And I'm not excited to get my blood taken because seriously, it really hurts every time. They always screw it up. So hopefully they don't screw it up this time. But I'll let you know afterwards, and they probably will. I'm pretty ecstatic, guys. So what happened is I just finished with the blood test and it didn't hurt. Not even a little bit. They've been messing it up, man. I feel like they hit the nerve and stuff. This really 10 out of 10 HBB cute Asian nurse was just like, oh, let me see your arm. And she was like, oh, you're veiny. And I was like, yeah, I'm like 19 days out from my competition. And then she just did it and it didn't hurt. I was so stoked. Anyways, what's happening is I'm gonna eat this apple. I'm heading home, make an Accutane video, and then we'll see where the day takes us. Alright guys, so I'm back at the house and I have to show you how freaking mongo this chicken breast is that I'm about to play with. I was about to start cooking and I was looking at the chicken breast in the bag and both of them are this size. Huge! Ain't nobody need that much chicken breast in one meal, man. So I definitely gotta make this a little bit smaller. This is like, look at that. That's like two still very large chicken breasts on their own. Anyways, I'm gonna use the big one. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, man. Okay, and while I have a ton of stuff that I need to be doing, like I need to get my Accutane video going, and I need to fill some more orders and whatnot. While I need to do a bunch of stuff, sometimes, you just want to put like a ton of vegetables and just make like a deluxe breakfast. And I'm kind of in one of those moods. So I have two different types of bell peppers, red and green, and I also have onion. So I'm gonna slice all these up. And one of my tips, I guess, I don't know what I'm doing. My hands are wet right now. One of my tips is that when you're cutting these, obviously be careful, but I like to cut bell peppers and really any vegetable that I'm gonna put in with any sort of meat in a frying pan. I like to cook it when they're really small slices. So I like to try to cut these as thin as I can because I don't like it when a vegetable is still kind of crunchy or raw. I don't like it to taste at all raw after it's been cooked because I don't know, it's kind of weird with me. For the whole meal, it kind of feels weird. So I like to cut these as small as possible so they get the most cooking as possible. Oh wow! Much impressed. You see this? This is what we do. This is what I do for you guys. Us YouTubers have to use one hand to cook. And look, I just brought the vegetables on over here with one hand. Ba-boom. Look at this onion. This onion is looking crazy. Come on, you gotta get split up, baby. Ow. There we go. So, I don't know about you guys, but just a ton of vegetables sauteed in a frying pan with some sort of meat. And this is flavoring, which I'm using chili powder. It's just so good to me. Ooh, look at LP's beautiful face, everyone. Everyone tell LP how beautiful his...
Strongest point, you're dealt.
Strongest point, them glutes. Alright guys, so this is what I ended up with. As I cook, I kind of go and I just decide what I'm going to put in to the meal as I go. So I saw some brown rice, also saw some black beans, so I put those in there. 250 grams of brown rice, which I logged. Everything is logged, guys. So the chicken is 6 ounces, and there's a bit of bell peppers and onions, which I forgot what it came out to, but I logged all this stuff in MyFitnessPal. And this is a pretty sexy little meal. LP just came into the room and he was like, oh, whoa, oh, ooh, this is pretty crafty for you.
And normally I'm not miring his meals.
I eat for function, not for aesthetics. Or rum. Farm.
Ketchup.
Ketchup fixes anything, dude. You can.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you, baby.
You got a little sprinkled black bean.
Yeah, you like that? It looks like chipotle.
Are you gonna tell the people what it is?
Next meal.
Yeah, about a Frankenstein unibrow.
Alright, so I just finished editing the Accutane video, and while that was being edited, I had chicken and potatoes in the oven. So I have 3 chicken thighs here, and 3 potatoes, which are like small, medium, russet potatoes. And you know I can't help it, a big old lake of delicious testosterone boosting ketchup, which all of it I tracked in my macros on MyFitnessPal. And finally, a banana, which is 171 grams. Very specific today. I'm seriously tracking everything on MyFitnessPal. So if you guys want to see today, then you can look it up on MyFitnessPal, Humorous Fitness, I'm telling you, follow me. And then I'm gonna get to editing on this video, the beginning of it, and then I'm gonna eat some more and then edit some more. We got some stuff to do, let's go. Editing videos, eating carrots, editing videos, so out of focus, super out of focus. Whole bag is 106 times 35, 6, 12, 18. The whole bag's like a little over 200. I'm gonna log in MyFitnessPal, eating these. I'm on a vegetable kick today. You guys will see that in the next meal for sure. To the sweet wall of labels that we are always adding to. So me and LP are kind of cleaning out the room here. So we got all our technologies over here, and then we wanted to clean down here so that there weren't a bunch of cords and whatnot. Tell them what you found. Tell them what you found. Oh, so there's this cord that I needed to be able to stream PS3 games onto the computer. And so now I'm going to, well, me and LP are both going to stream just for fun, just for the hell of it, you know? We're gonna stream a couple PS3 games. Once we figure out how to do it, we obviously have to catch the hang of it on Twitch. And of course I'll keep you guys updated with that and put a link in the description of a video when I actually have it already. But it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a fun way, because then we can like talk to you guys and it'll be live and you'll be streaming. It'll be really cool. You guys love it. Also, I'm totally stealing the idea from Chelsea Lifts. Completely admitting that right now, so you don't have to call me out in the comments. Chelsea knows, we've already talked about this. Totally stealing it from her. It's awesome. Thank you, Chelsea. What I have for food, I have 3.5 servings of broccoli, some broccoli. And so that is like 100, I think, calories or so. And I don't know why, but I love broccoli. I used to hate broccoli. Now I love it. Same with green beans. I've fallen in love with both of those vegetables, especially when they're steamed. So I'm gonna eat this, and then we're gonna continue cleaning up because we're not actually done. Got a bunch of my old video games and stuff in boxes. This is like my youth. And then like, you know, PS3 and Xbox 360 that don't work. I wish they did. Yeah, so we're just cleaning this stuff up, and then I'm gonna actually make a meal. Alright guys, so I'm gonna show you a pretty redneck little meal that I like to eat. Basically, this is just microwave potatoes, russet potatoes. This is about 275 grams of it. I've smashed them with a fork as they kind of cook. You know, I took them out a couple minutes in, smashed them, and then you just drizzle some ketchup over it. Now, how redneck is that? That's pretty gross, grimy, I know. A lot of ketchup too. But seriously, this is like a healthy version of hash browns. Oh, it's so good. And I have the rest of my dinner upstairs. I'll teleport you there right now. Babushka, and here we are. This is the other half of my dinner. Lots of delicious looking dark cooked things here. 2 steaks and a bunch of onions sliced up and mushrooms sauteed in the same pan to kind of get the babushka juices as it all cooked. And I put all this stuff in MyFitnessPal, and I still came out, I think, 400 calories under what I was shooting for today, which is perfect. I think when I kind of tend to push my food off until later in the night, I can kind of get away with, like, since I'm eating a bunch at once to get my calories back up, I can kind of be full before I actually hit my caloric goals sometimes. So that's kind of what's happening tonight. Me and LP just spent like 3 hours cleaning up this room. There was a bunch of cords and stuff under my TV, and now there's just
a few things, a keyboard and like an HD PVR 2, if anyone knows what that is. But guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm super excited to eat this steak. It is super juicy looking. It's like the most aesthetic thing I've eaten in a couple of weeks. I'm feeling right on track. My cuts are cutting in, bro. And this is kind of like a sample of what I'm eating on a regular day right now, and as I get closer to the contest, I am going to clean this up even further. You see I'm still using a lot of ketchup. I'm using ketchup like it's a supplement. I'm using ketchup right now in my meals, but I will take that out. That way I can take all the salts and weird stuff out. But if you've noticed, it's been all potatoes and brown rice. All my carb sources have been like, you know, straight from the ground, nothing processed, no like packaged anything. So it's a lot cleaner of a diet for these last 20 days. But it's going to work. I just need to make sure that I'm not holding water. That's the point of all this whole foods eating, right? Thank you guys so much for joining me for another full day of eating here on Tasty Tuesdays. I love you guys so much, all the feedback, all the support. It's rocking. Please like and comment if you enjoyed the video and you haven't done that already, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you haven't checked out my second channel for my vlogging and all my extra personal content, you should definitely go do that, because you'll get a much more rounded view of what's going on here at Beyond the Week and who I am as Brian Turner. I love you guys. Team Beyond the Week. Big J.
Lift heavy or die MIRIN! Yeah!